Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another collection video from me. As you guys know, I've been doing a bit of a video game clear out, and as part of that I've decided to sort of re-show you all my updated video game collection. So if you've been on this channel a long time, then you will have seen quite a few of these, but there are some new additions. In today's video we are going to be looking at my PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 collection. In previous videos we looked over my PS1, PS2 and PS3 collections, so we are continuing this series with PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So as always, I'm going to show you the games and then I'm going to decide which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm going to be getting rid of. So first up is Batman Arkham Knight. Of course, I've said many times I'm a huge fan of the Arkham franchise, so this isn't going anywhere. And then another Batman, this is Batman the Telltale series, the Season Pass disc. Now, I am not sure if only episode 1 is on this or if all of the episodes are on this. I'm really not sure, to be honest, so I'm going to keep it for the Batman collection, but I don't know if it's a bit of a useless disc now, to be honest with you. Next up we have the Elder Scrolls Online Crown Edition. Now, I am a huge Elder Scrolls fan, as I have said, so I will be keeping this for the collection, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Elder Scrolls Online. I would like to give it another go. I'm just not an MMO player. I'd like to be, but I'm just not. Speaking of the Elder Scrolls, you've seen this one before in the PlayStation 3 section, but this is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This time, however, it is Anniversary Edition, so I will be keeping my PlayStation 3 version of Skyrim. I'm also going to keep this version of Skyrim as well. I don't think you'll see Skyrim again. You might, actually, in the Xbox section. How many copies of Skyrim do we need? Evidently, Bethesda thinks we need more. Then we have Fallout 4, speaking of Bethesda. Now, I'm going to be a terrible gamer here and tell you I've never played any of the Fallout franchise. However, I would really like to. My brother-in-law is huge into the Fallout franchise. So I'm like the Elder Scrolls girl and he's the Fallout guy. And he keeps telling me to play Fallout. He says I must do. I have watched him play bits and pieces of it. And I really do need to play Fallout. But I'm just confused on where I start. Do I start from Fallout 1? Do I start from Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout 2? I don't know. So if you have any suggestions on how to start getting into the Fallout franchise, then please let me know. But I'm sure it's a franchise I will get into the future, so I am going to keep this disc. Up next, we have Horizon Zero Dawn, the Complete Edition, and this again is another franchise that I have not been able to play yet, but I absolutely want to play it, so I will be keeping this disc. There's just so many games to try and so little time, it seems, but I will be keeping it for the future. Then we have Mass Effect Andromeda, and again, terrible gamer here, I've never played a Mass Effect game. I'll give you the honest truth, okay? The only reason this is in my collection is because Natalie Dormer voices Lexi in this game. I know that. Perhaps the only reason I've not picked it up is because she's not marriageable. But this is really part of the Natalie Dormer collection, to be completely honest with you. And I would love to play Mass Effect, but again, I just don't know where to start. Now, next up we have Murdered Soul Suspect. I'm not entirely sure where this came from. Another game I haven't played. And I don't know if I'll be keeping it or not, because it does look like a good game, to be honest. And I don't have that many PS4 games. So I am going to keep it, and we'll see if it's any good. Moving on, we have Rise of the Tomb Raider, the 20-year celebration. This is no, it's not. I was going to say it's a steelbook, but I don't think it is a steelbook. And of course, this one will be staying in the collection. And then we have Spyro, the Reignited trilogy. I absolutely love the Reignited trilogy, so this will be staying. Next up, going back to Tomb Raider, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Again, not many people like this game. I actually really enjoyed it, so this will be staying in my collection. Then one of my most recent acquisitions is Lake. Of course, you'll know about Lake because there is a playthrough here on this channel. I think it might have finished by the time you're seeing this, actually. So thank you very much if you enjoyed that playthrough. This is the collector's edition, so you get another insert that's pre-signed, and you also get a limited edition poster. And this, of course, is not going anywhere. This is definitely staying in my collection. Moving on, I showed The Last of Us Part 1 in my PlayStation 3 collection. This is The Last of Us Part 2. Again, a franchise I haven't managed to start yet, but I'm absolutely keeping the disc because I do definitely want to start it. Then we have Vampire. Unfortunately, another game I haven't managed to try yet, but I have heard good things for it, so I will be keeping it. And finally for PlayStation 4, but we will be looking at my PlayStation 5 discs, we have the special edition of Vikings Wolves of Midgard. Once again, another game I haven't managed to play yet, but I am going to keep it, I think, just to give it a go in the future. So that is actually all of my physical PlayStation 4 games, and I think I'm going to keep them all, actually. Like I say, I don't have a massive collection at all, and I don't want to give one up if I'm really going to enjoy it. And I think the ones that I have not played are quite short. Mass Effect and Fallout, definitely not. But the Murdered one, I've heard, is quite short, and Vampire is quite short in comparison to other games. Of course, I'm an RPG player, so I'm used to really long games. So I would like to at least give them a go before I pass them on. So yes, in part of my clear out, I don't think we'll be getting rid of any PS4 games, actually. So now let's move on to PlayStation 5, and I actually only have 3 to show you, so this is one of my smallest collections for sure. So of course, this was a day one purchase for me. I had to have it. We have Astrobot. This is not going anywhere. I adore Astrobot, and I'm very, very happy to have this. Editing Ember here. So since filming this video, I actually did add another PlayStation 5 game to my collection, and it is, of course, Split Fiction. I adore this game. So you've probably heard my thoughts in the Marches wrap-up video. The Marches? Just Marches wrap-up video. So I'm not going to go on too much here, but I adore Split Fiction. Is this my game of the year so far? Yes, it is. So yes, I have added Split Fiction since filming this video. Back to the video. Oh, and of course, this isn't going anywhere. Then we have the special edition Steelbook version of Gotham Knights. And again, this is quite divisive, but I will be keeping this one because I actually enjoyed it. Not as much as Arkham, of course, but I did enjoy it. And finally, for PlayStation 5, we have Hogwarts Legacy, which of course isn't going anywhere either. So I think this is the first time in this Clear Out series that I'm actually not clearing out anything. I think I am going to keep everything. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not sure what the next video will be. In terms of Sony, we still need to do PSP. I don't think I have any PlayStation Vita games, but we'll have a look. And then we'll be moving on to Xbox. Then we also have, of course, all the Nintendo video game collection to go through as well. So it's going to be quite a long series, this, so I hope you do enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye, Embers.